Right, I've got another story. Nyani and the Matter of Eggs, and it's from our book, Jungle Doctor's Monkey Tales by Paul White. Dowdy was walking over from the hospital in the evening dusk. Johanna, who was sitting by the campfire, called to him and said, "Great one, and mixer of medicines, tell me, how may a good egg become bad?" "Yo," said Dowdy, "that's a simple matter. Just leave it, and it will go bad by itself." A chuckle went round the fire. Then Johanna spoke again. "Well, how may a bad egg become good?" There was a ripple of laughter. "This does not happen," said one. Johanna leaned forward on his lame leg. "Truly, in the matter of eggs it doesn't, but in the matter of men's lives it does. All are bad, for God's book says there is none righteous, no, not one. But a bad life can become a good life through the power of God. Sit down and listen to the matter of Nyani and his eggs." Two small monkeys, Pupu and Oho, crept down the limb of the booyoo tree. There before them strutted Crow. Pupu placed his lips near his little sister's ear and whispered the monkey proverb, "Where there is itch, there are doo-doos." She nodded. It was common experience and well-known saying. Pupu went on, "Also, Oho, where you see birds you find eggs." He looked with care and his eyes lit up as he pointed with his chin. "Over there, see it? A nest." Pupu swung through the branches, looked into the nest, and came back grinning, clutching a rather soiled-looking egg. So he actually took the egg out of the nest. He tossed it to Oho, caught it with limited skill, and threw it back with such small accuracy that although Pupu clutched with paws and tail, he could not hold it, and the somewhat soiled egg fell with a sickly plop and broke on the limb beneath. From the wreckage came a message that was not food for the nose. The little monkeys scampered off with their nostrils firmly held, and their consciences quivered as they saw their Uncle Nyani walking delicately along his special limb of their family tree. In his left hand was an egg, still warm from the nest of Pupu the hen. His mouth moved in anticipation. With the utmost care he made a small hole in the larger end of the egg and applied his mouth to it with both appreciation and concentration. His cheeks hollowed and his eyes stood out as he sucked. Okay, there he is. That's their uncle. Pupu and Oho joined the other junior monkeys, watching with envy and awe. Skillfully, Nyani extracted the last vitamin from the egg, coiled his tail suitably, and then stroked his stomach. "Eggs," he said in a voice used by those addicted to public speaking. "Eggs, Hongo, how they comfort the stomach." Memory rippled the skin of his cheeks and he licked his lips. "But certain eggs." Nyani wound his tail firmly round the limb and shook his finger at the small monkeys, whose eyes stood out in fear. But he went on. "Certain eggs are an offence to the nose, a horror to the mouth, and an insult to the inner monkey." The heads of the small members of his species nodded in complete agreement. "But how can you tell which eggs are which, O monkey of great experience?" they cried. Nyani scratched thoughtfully and closed his words with care. He held an imaginary egg between his thumb and his first finger. There are those who hold the egg between their eye and the sun. These are called those who look. But the sharpest eye of the wisest monkey may lead him astray. There are also those who listen. Nyani held the imaginary egg to his ear and shook it. But the best of monkey ears may be deceived. He leaned forward and spoke very confidentially. There are also those who crack the shell to test the contents. Oh! Many small wrinkled monkey noses turned delicately upwards. Nyani further unfolded the matter. A way of experience is to take a large gourd, fill it with water, and into the water place the egg. Those that sink to the bottom are eggs of worth. Eggs that comfort and bring light to the eye, joy to the stomach, and nimbleness to the tail. Nyani changed his position on the limb by a movement of his left paw. A harsh note had come into his monkey voice. Eggs that neither float to the top nor sink to the bottom are merely fit for gifts to those for whom small respect is felt. One little monkey nodded most understandably. He had once delivered such a gift. Nyani's voice became shrill. But eggs that float to the top, I say. Throw them far with skill in the same direction as the wind blows. The full meaning of those words sinks slowly into small monkeys' brains. Dowdy, around whose lips played a small smile, turned to those who listened. Because you cannot see through its shell, you need to test an egg in water. But God can see through you. He needs no gourd of water to know your heart. Remember and think as your head meets the pillow that God sees right through you. What does he see when he looks into you? And that was a cute little story, wasn't it?